let's go.
Okay, so let's go. Okay, my role, I'm a business designer, okay? The business designer is a very discussed role, is with a very blurred definition, but I'm very happy with what I do, and if today I can be a unicorn that combines business skills and design skills, I have to be grateful to the choice to undertake the master in 2016 of UX with Venenanza and Davide, that has passionated me a lot about the subject and set the foundation and the method. This allowed me then to go deeper to neighboring areas such as service design and growth hacking later, but with a solid structure of the basics of human-centered design. I still remember Venanzio since I was one of the few in the first session of the master with an economic background, and he told me that we could be all designer. Certainly, I have the attitude. It's part of my daily job, but I'm very envious the culture that my fellow designer have, because I think it's very rich culture behind the design. Where I'm working in Accenture Interactive. Accenture Interactive is focusing a lot on this role and discipline in Italy and globally through an offer called Business of Experience. What they understood that we need an evolution from the optimization of the customer experience around the touch point or of a product or a service to solve human need around the purpose. Purpose is very important new word, and we don't have to become this a bad word, but we really understood with the pandemic and with the choices of our customer what is the purpose behind a brand. To solve the problem, you need to evolve and complete with other pieces of the puzzle with respect to the customer experience. Like, for example, I don't know, employee experience is behind this business of experience. We are working mainly on 4 areas: vision and strategy, with a design lead approach, measurement, the pieces of experience, redefine organization, and venturing. That is a very interesting area where some companies are betting on it. Unfortunately for you, Davide asked me to talk about my career path, which is not very linear, and I've seen a lot of companies, so I will tell you about my passion, my choices, and I hope I will not get you boring too much. So after the bachelor degree, I majored in marketing. Why marketing? Because I choose the area of the company that is most interesting to me, because it addressed to people. I started my career in fast-moving consumer goods because it's considered the gym of the marketing, where you can apply the 4 P's of marketing: place, product, and whatever. I recommend to all designers to take in hand the columns of management of the 80s as Kotler or Porter, really, because there are older, but the fundamental how a lot of people are thinking currently. After that, I prefer to move from an Italian branch of an American company. The headquarters of Colgate-Palmolive is in New York, with the Europe headquarters in Paris, because the strategies tend to be decided in a quarter, and you can have a high-level vision there. So I moved in Barilla, where I had the opportunity to personally deal with a very large digital loyalty program, one of the biggest digital project for Barilla. And I realized that I'm talking about some years ago, digital knowledge was not resident in the company for the historical moment where I was in. So I decided to move to IBM Interactive Experience. As the previous speaker said, it's a very interesting company where every employee is given a course in design thinking, because it's used both internally for the software developer and at the consulting level. I had found a partner and a manager who really believe in what we are building and in user experience approach. So he decided to fund me the master in user experience to get a better understanding in a very important project and develop the user experience of an important app of a big retailer that is online now from 4 years, and develop the capabilities of the team. Later, unfortunately, my mentor had left, so I was young and I could not wait for a corporate time change. You know, IBM is a very large company, and I would like to run for my passion and for my knowledge and for my desire to grow. So I moved to Deloitte Digital, which thanks to several CRM projects, was also service design oriented. So I add a piece in my curricula, in my mindset, and here, thanks to my partner, whom I still respect him very much, I confronted to him and I asked him, because it's very important to talk with people, to your boss, to your manager, to really explain what you desire and what is your potential. So I asked him what I could do for Deloitte with these capabilities, with experience. I had many roles ahead, like digital marketing, project manager, organization, or other. And he told me, Fede, you are half and half. So we created together with other people the business design team in Deloitte Digital. In this team, thanks to passionate colleagues and guided by partners and director, we go deep into the subject. At a certain point, however, I felt the need to try to build something of my own. I compare about the strategy of the company. I didn't see an easily commitment with the strategic area of design in Deloitte Digital. In fact, you can see now some business designers are from not the digital, but the consultancy part. So I decided to create something little, but go direct to the point of business design. So I moved to Assist Digital, that is an Italian company, not a consultancy company, that they don't have, at the time when I was there, consolidated advisory roles. I tried to build the business design offering. That is a really big change, because for a consultancy company, create an offering, and I think is one of the biggest, one of the complex challenge. And we built a team of 6 people. We worked together with the service designer, but with COVID, my role changed a bit. So they asked me to be a product owner, because I taken a certificate in product product owner, and of a product that was developed internally in Assist, by Assist. This is an activity that helped me a lot, allowed me to deal with the top level of the companies in fields of customer care and artificial intelligence that I didn't know. I could create for this product the pricing model, follow the offer proposal. It definitely strengthened my knowledge of business modeling. Unfortunately, however, I didn't feel that was a suitable job for me with perspective. Especially, I got a little into project. I go little into the project, but most about the product. This is clear about the role of product owner. So I decided to do a challenge and to pass from the theory to practice. And so I joined as a CRM and marketing manager in a startup, in a fintech startup. I studied a lot before starting this job because it's completely new context for me. Startup and fintech and supply chain. The experience of working in a startup that I recommended to everyone, especially for designer, because from so many, they give you many responsibilities. There is a lot of sensitivity today to the theme of user experience, and it's easy to test and gain experience in the field about your action. While I was working there, I get the offer from Accenture, where already in the first part from the interviews with my current Italian and international bosses, I could understand the commitment and the effort in the subject of business design, in which I believed a lot and in which I invested several years and energy. Sincerely, Accenture is a very high and strategic, they have a very high and strategic contact, and at the same time, they have a devastating implementation capacity. What is my goal now is to succeed together with my colleagues from Fjord, Europe, and Accenture Interactive to develop a process that is faster and faster from concept to field to test. Because now market demand is in the context of pandemic, it changes so quickly. So we need to be more quickly, more do things from the idea to the practice. The research is important, but testing the field is more important too, because we couldn't spend months for research, and our client asked to launch new product and new services that is working. So we need to test this in the field. So at the end, what I can share with you about portfolio, how share the knowledge. I divided this in two parts about the first approach of the curricula. The first point is tell a story. There are some points that Roberto said before, and describe the reason to change. I hope with my history you understood what are the forces that push me to change from a company to another, and write what do you expect, what is your vision, what you want to do. And about portfolio, unfortunately, I'm not a user experience designer, and I'm a business designer, so I have a complex portfolio, maybe like service designers. But my suggestion is to tell to the audience a view about the subject. So start from your perspective. And for each project you present, I don't use more than 3 projects. I present the challenge, your role, in respect the team, how you contribute, so what you do, the result of the project, and a high view of the deliverables. This is for unconventional portfolio like mine. I personally don't share the portfolio until the moment of interview, because I did a very strategical project, and I prefer to pass the message with my voice, with the story, and not to share and send it. So, thank you. You can contact me on LinkedIn or this is my personal email.